Hello and welcome to week 6 of Film and Screen Media Fights Highlights. We are on the road to WrestleMania, and first off we will look at the highlights of what happened at last week's Royal Rumble. Of course, we had Roisin Lyttle retaining her Women's Championship against Outstaka in the opening bout. And then of course we had David Murphy, the hard-fought battle against Jason O'Sullivan, winning the championship that he lost back. That was before, of course, Alex Goff entered the frame with his Money in the Bank briefcase and cashed it in, but Dave was also able to fend him off and keep the title. Alex and David there shaking hands after that magnificent match. Then of course we had the Women's Royal Rumble. We had Anna Garcia winning it after a month's hiatus, comeback, making her stamp on her division and pointing to the sign, letting Roisin Lyttle know that she is coming for her title. Then of course we had the main event. We had the Men's Royal Rumble match. Started off of course with these three friends, or so-called friends, Pat, Mark and Sean, finishing of course with the debut of Dan O'Connell, a member of the faculty at Film and Screen Media, winning, knocking out Tim and booking his place in the WrestleMania main event against the new champion David Murphy. And now we go into week 1 of month 6. You see Dan O'Connell here, the winner of the Royal Rumble, coming down to address the fans. He says he's back in Film and Screen Media to prove a point that the old guard aren't dead and that he is going to make a stamp in this division. Some intent there from the crowd favourite last night, but seems to be getting a few boos. Now of course we have the loser of last night's championship match, Jason O'Sullivan, against the man he attacked last month, Barry Monaghan, who's also a member of the old guard of Film and Screen Media. One-on-one action. Jason, of course, unlucky to lose that match against David. Barry now getting more offense in than he did last month when Jason absolutely demolished him, but Jason here now with a lariat. Oh, but Barry coming in with a knee drop. And the figure 4 leg lock he's getting in right now to Jason. Jason able to move out on a big boot, and he puts Barry Monaghan away. 1, 2, 3. Oh, but Dan O'Connell coming down after the match and attacking Jason from behind. What a cheap shot. Well, he said he was going to make his stamp, and there he is. Now we have the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble match, Anna Garcia, coming out, calling out the champion Roisin Lyttle as she did last month. This of course has been a long feud since the start of Film and Screen Media Fights here, when Anna Garcia was announced a champion and her first challenger was Roisin Lyttle. They've had a nice back and forth since, but Roisin has come out on top, with Anna having to take a month hiatus due to an injury. But she's back stronger than ever, and this feud is only going to heat up as the weeks go on, getting closer and closer to WrestleMania. But of course we have the pit stop this week of Hell in a Cell. Now we have the champion David Murphy coming out now after his magnificent double victory at Royal Rumble. Truly a worthy champion. Truly it's where he's supposed to be, at the top of the card. Oh, he was getting ready for his match against Mark Hennessy, but Dan O'Connell coming in again. David doesn't see him, he has a steel chair. Oh, and he attacks him from behind. Cheap shot, 2 chair shots, and leaves David laying on the ground. Dan making his stamp, attacking Jason and David in the space of a couple of matches. But now let's move on to tag team action, guys. We have Team Sean and Pat. Of course, these two started the Rumble against each other, and there's already been friction before the Rumble, and you'd imagine them battling has only caused more, as we can see now, as Pat is ordering Sean into the back. Of course, they're facing off against Jordan and Alex, the Goff brothers, who have newly reunited team after, of course, their first rivalry a couple of months ago. Good double team there from the brothers. Pass, spearing Alex into the corner. Oh, and another spear to surely it. Didn't tag in Sean once. Oh, he wins the match for Sean and Pa. There. Oh, doesn't seem like everything's going great there, but of course we've known that for a while. Moving on now to more singles action. We have Gemma McConville versus Ciara Little. Ciara, of course, running on the coattails of her older sister. Gemma has been up and down recently. Ooh. Will Gemma be able to make her way up the totem pole of the division? Some good attack here on Ciara. Ciara, though, returning the favour. Gemma now with a suplex on the top rope. Oh, beautiful move. Gets her in the disarmer, but Ciara reverses it. Ciara now. Oh, surely up. It is. Ciara Little beats Gemma McConville. Gemma now rolling out of the ring after another defeat. What's this though? Ciara not letting her walk away without attacking her. Couple of cheap shots and Gemma's laying on the floor as Ciara stands over her. Maybe her sister's cockiness is getting to her head also. Oh yeah, no, the champ now coming down to the ring after his attack last week. Dan O'Connell attacking him from behind cheaply with a chair. David knows he's outnumbered here. Knows that he needs to get a bit of a backup. So he's calling for support from the locker room. And what's this? Jason O'Sullivan has answered the call. Jason's coming down now. He too, of course, was attacked by Dan last week after his match against Barry. David telling Jason to put aside their differences to represent what Film and Screen Media actually means against the old guard. Jason accepts, and these two look like they'll be joining forces, at least for the time being. Now we have Jerome Kelleher in one-on-one action against Dan O'Connell. Jerome dragging his head against the ropes. Oh. Great DDT there by Dan. Choke slam onto Jerome. And now the tombstone power driver. Oh. Backbreaker. Jerome now going for the black mass. Oh, lands square. Oh. Going for the pin. He gets it. Jerome gets the victory against Dan O'Connell. Dan's first defeat in his first match in Film and Screen Media Fights. What's this? Barry Riley's coming out. Barry Riley's coming out and attacks Jerome after Jerome defeats Barry. After defeats Dan, sorry. Oh. It's a triple suplex by Barry Riley, defending his friend. Looks like we could have some trouble on our hands, guys. This is Jerome. Oh, but Jerome gets the high ground and gets a super kick on Barry. But that's it, the end of week 1. The old guard standing tall, attacking all the fresh champions, all the fresh blood in Film and Screen Media as we move into week 2 of our highlights. Champion coming down to the ring. Saw last week him get attacked by Dan O'Connell. Jason O'Sullivan get attacked by Dan O'Connell. Them joining forces. Jerome Kelleher having a match with Dan O'Connell, who then got attacked by Barry Riley. David now seeing the pattern laid out, seeing Barry Monaghan, Barry Riley and Dan O'Connell and the force they're going to be, and calls out Jerome Kelleher. to join the new guard. The 3 champions in the Film and Screen Media Fights history join forces to take on the old guard of Film and Screen Media. Never thought I'd see the day that David, Jerome and Jason will all be joining forces. But here we are, guys. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Anna Garcia and Gemma McConville in tag team action against Kira and Roisin Little. Oh, Gemma straight away kicking the back of the ref for some reason. Great move there by Kira. Gemma now with a suplex over the top rope to Roisin while Kira's looking for a weapon. Anna with a Hurricanrana while Roisin is attacking her partner. Roisin there trying to get a submission. She gets it a second time though, and Roisin and Kira win the tag team match. 2 sisters there celebrating another victory. We have a fatal 4-way of Luzabelle against Aud against Natasha versus Ellie Dolliver. Of course, there's rumours, guys, of a couple of new championships entering the fray next month, so everyone trying to make their stamp to be high up in the rankings to get a title shot. We have Luzabelle with a reverse Bronco Buster against the ropes to Ellie there. Ellie with the suplex over the top rope. She has Luzabelle alone in the ring. Natasha and Aud getting caught up with each other and not able to get in to break up the pin, and Ellie picks up the victory. We have Mark Hennessy, not been seen of course since the Rumble. We have 3-on-3 action. We have Sean Pan Mark against the Goff brothers and Ronan O'Shea. Great action here. Oh, clothesline and Jordan, but also catching Mark. You see that in the replay? Oh, is that deliberate or? Mark now diving headbutt off the top rope and gets Ronan in the ass lock. Could this be it? And Sean attacks Jordan. It is. Ronan taps. Pa laid out in the ring. Sean and Mark standing tall. Victory. Sean and Mark there celebrating Pa. Left out of the celebration. Guys, this is looking. We want to get their shit sorted now, to be fair. Now tag team action with the champions team match at Klitsch. Somebody should really change their name against the Sissy Boys. Oh, I apologise. 1-on-1 action. Stephen against Adam. Adam there with a great powerbomb outside the ring. Going for the splash. Lands it. Lands another one. Picks up the victory against Stephen. Individually, Stephen and Maciek are absolutely atrocious, but together they just keep on pulling out the victories. I heard from Stephen here and trying to Adam. Adam is quick to it though, and attacks right back and knocks him over the top rope. Stephen walks away in shame. Surely gonna get another title shot at this rate. Oh, here we have Dan O'Connell coming down to the ring with Barry Monaghan and Barry Riley for 1-on-1 action against Jason O'Sullivan, who's being accompanied by David and Jerome, of course. Dan now with a shoulder barge onto Jason, knocked him to the floor, but Jason grabbing his leg and does a corkscrew for a reversal. Puts him over, runs him into the corner with a clothesline. Oh, an arm drag there by Dan. Gets him into the corner. Oh, and vicious punches to Jason. These two men, of course, monsters. Jason going for his finisher, but he gets reversed. Now both in front outside the ring. Nobody interfering, of course, and get their teammate DQ'd. Jason makes back into the ring and wins via countout. Oh, cheap victory, but a victory nonetheless. As the Old Guard lose it once again as we move into week 3 of the highlights, the go home show before Hell in a Cell. On our last stop before WrestleMania. One-on-one action now with Conor Brew versus the selfly crowned $1 million champion Ronan O'Shea. Bit narcissistic to bring your own championship down. He's not allowing anyone to challenge for it. God's sake, man. Backbreaker there on the knee. Suplex bouncing Conor off the ropes and landing square in the ring, but Conor also using the ropes now to... Oh, weird maneuver there by Ronan, but he rolls up Conor for the pin. Doesn't get much though. Conor now. Conor gets the glorious DDT and lands it. And picks up the win against Ronan. Ronan just can't seem to string together a couple of victories, although at least he has that title to carry around. Conor though, even though Conor's clearly the bad guy in this situation, I mean, this attack could be deemed to be justified. I suppose that's what you get for bringing your own title to the show. Oh well. All's fair in love and war. Now we have more one-on-one action. Gemma and Anna joining forces of late. Gemma being accompanied now by Anna and Roisin being accompanied by his sister. One-on-one action, the champion of course. Absolutely strong, hasn't lost a match in God knows how long. Anna now playing dirty and dragging the ref out of the ring. Seen her Mars behind before, but looks like it's a new Anna who is not going to take any shit. Oh, Gemma there with a brilliant reversal. Roisin jumps off the top rope, catches her and rolls up for a slam. Gets to the timer in. But the champion is able to roll out of it and push her away. She goes for knees in the corner, but Gemma reverses it and picks her up for an electric chair slam. Roisin there going for the bank statement, of course got a rope break, but I think the damage is done. She's going to drag Gemma into the middle of the ring for the pin. Anna now can't really interfere anymore. That's it, Roisin the champion picks up another victory. And we have more tag team action with Jordan and Alex teaming up yet again against the Motley Men, who we haven't seen, of course. Tim coming second, finishing second last in the Royal Rumble match, just getting thrown out by Dan at the last second. Tim there, a great maneuver off the middle rope. Alex though, showing why he was Mr. Money in the Bank. Oh, great maneuver himself off the top rope. And then going for the leg drop off the top rope and lands on Alex. Tim now dropping Alex right onto the canvas, the hardest part of the ring. And going for the Kinshasa on Alex and lands it perfectly. Can't capitalize on the pin though as Alex gets the upper hand and jumps on to Tim's neck and hits him with vicious strikes. Gets the pin as Jordan runs in and attacks Dan and stops him from breaking up, and Alex and Jordan pick up the victory. Tim there devastated in the ring. Dan doesn't look too happy with him either. Dan not pleased with Tim's performance of late. Seems to be walking away. Are the Motley Men no more? Who knows? Dan walks away there, shaking his head in shame. I would too. Main event tonight now, we have the Old Guard. We have Barry against Jason and Jerome. BB versus JJ. Oh, Jason there spearing Barry off the apron. Of course, they've had a bit of a raucous past. Barry Riley there though. Great manoeuvre off the top rope. Great tag team now though from Jerome and Jason. But the two Barrys able to do the exact same. Jerome now. German suplex. Going for a black mass now on Barry Monaghan. Lands it. Could this be it? Nope. Doesn't go for the pin, but tags in his partner. And with Barry Riley on the floor outside after the black mass, all they need to do is slam him down and pin Barry and pick up the victory. That was our main event of the night, guys. We go into Hell in a Cell. Oh, but watch this. Patrick's not letting the show in. Patrick's coming out and he's got a bone to pick with his tag team partner. Patrick calling out Sean. Want to clear the air. They can't keep going on like this. And Sean agrees. Sean knows that things have been going wrong and that they need to be addressed. Sean saying that Pa just isn't gelling with the team right. Pa, of course, bringing up the fact that Sean brought in Mark into the fold, which ruined everything. And Sean just saying that Pa's selfish and just wants Sean to himself. Oh, but here we have Mark coming down, not letting Pa talk crap about him. Face off now, Sean and Mark staring down Pa. Oh, don't tell me it's gonna happen, guys. Don't tell me. But what's this? Mark is attacking Sean. Absolutely atrocious scenes. What is... Oh, no, guys. Mark and Pa attacking Sean. Oh, no. Was this the plan all along? Double armed suplex there. Mark now with a baseball bat. Another one. Sean getting decimated by his two former best friends, Mark and Pa. Mark and Pa now, of course, celebrating in the ring. But what's this? Pa goes for the DDT on Mark. Looks like Pa wasn't teaming up with Mark after all and only fooled him into thinking he was. And slams Mark down and rests in the corner and looks at the carnage he has caused. And now we look at the card for Hell in a Cell. We have, of course, a tag team championship match with Alex and Jordan against the Sissy Boys versus the champions Magic and Steven in a TLC match. Then we have a tag team match, a steel cage tag team match, Gemma and Anna against Roisin and Kira Little. Then we go into what was supposed to be our main event, Tornado Tag Team Hell in a Cell, the Old Guard versus Jason, Jordan and David. But I've just been informed that we have a new main event for Hell in a Cell, and it will be a triple threat match. Mark Hennessy, Sean McQuinney and Patrick Cronin in a grudge match. Join us Sunday.